Hi guys, I'm Reveena and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make honey cake. This is my great grandmother's recipe and we've been making this every single year for as long as I can remember for the Jewish New Year, which is called Rosh Hashanah. On the Jewish New Year we eat a lot of honey. We do honey with apples and we make honey cake because honey is sweet and you want to wish people a sweet New Year. So let's go over the ingredients so that we can get started. In this bowl I have 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, and I have 1 cup of honey. Here I have a cup of really strong black tea. I just boiled, water, put in 2 tea bags of red rose, and let it steep for 10 minutes, and you have your tea. And I have 3 cups of sifted flour, a teaspoon of allspice mixed with half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt, and the zest of 1 large orange, 1 cup of oil. I mixed my chopped walnuts with a tablespoon of flour, and that prevents the walnuts from sinking to the bottom of the cake because they'll be evenly dispersed. I'm going to top the cake with a 1/4 cup of chopped almonds, but if you wanted you could use just walnuts or just almonds or leave them out. And if you also wanted you could put in raisins, but I don't like raisins at all, so I leave them out. The last 2 things to do before we get started are to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and to grease and flour a tube pan. This is a tube pan. It has a tube in the center, and make sure to grease everywhere and flour everywhere, and same thing goes with this. Time to get started. So I mixed my 4 eggs really well, and now I'm going to slowly add in my sugar. And now I'm adding my honey. If you want your honey to come out easily of whatever dish you put it in, just put a little bit of oil, regular vegetable oil in it first, swirl it around, and that way your honey will come out. Now that your sugar and honey are incorporated, I'm going to add the, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and my spices, and just about half of my flour. I'm going to beat that in, being careful not to get any on my shirt. The smell of cinnamon and allspice is beautiful. Makes me think of fall. And if you don't like allspice, like my dad, you can leave it out and just put extra cinnamon. Once half the flour is incorporated, I'm going to add half the tea. And the rest of the flour. And the rest of the tea. This cake is also great because it's dairy-free. We're using vegetable oil. And to grease and flour it, I just used a little bit of margarine because I couldn't find the coconut oil. But you can use margarine or coconut oil or like a pan cooking spray. Great, the oil is mixed in and in goes the orange zest. In go my walnuts. I wish you could smell this now, even before it bakes. It just smells like honey and orange and spices and happiness and fall. And I hate fall because fall means winter. But this cake makes it not so bad. And this goes into the pan. You can just pour it on one side and the batter is very liquidy, so it'll disperse itself. And the final touch is just a few almonds on top. And that'll just give a really beautiful crunch. And they'll get lovely and golden brown. It'll be delicious. So, my cake is beautiful and ready. And this is going to go into my 350 degree oven, Fahrenheit, for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to turn the oven down to 300 degrees and bake it for around an hour. If you notice your cake getting too brown, just cover it with some aluminum foil. I never had this problem, but I know that some people have hotter ovens, so you don't want your cake to burn, so just cover it. And your cake is ready when you can stick a cake tester or an uncooked strand of spaghetti into different places in the cake, and it will always come out clean. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. We're back, and I'm here with my mom, and this recipe is her grandmother's, my great-grandmother's. And it cooked for exactly an hour, then I let it cool for half an hour. And then my mom, Shandol, helped me take it out of the pan. And I think we're ready.
Too much.
You helped.
Okay.
Moral support. I think we're ready to dive in.
Mmm. Wonderful. Moist.
Mmm. It's like, it sounds ridiculous. It's very honeyed. It has a really pleasant sweetness. It's not too sweet. It has the nice kind of warm notes from the allspice and cinnamon, and the orange. It's a great recipe. I hope you give this a shot. Yeah. Whether or not you're celebrating the Jewish New Year, let us know what you think in the comments down below. We'll see you next time.
Enjoy. Bye.